Gutter Trash is a proud member of the Comics Podcast Network.
Welcome to Gutter Trash, episode 122. Hello again, my name is Eric.
And I'm Jason.
Fuck you, Jason.
No problem.
Alright. Let's get that out of the way right now.
I'm guessing it has to do with my pick.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Spoiler! Ladies and gentlemen.
You alright?
I'm getting over this cold I've had for a week. I'm okay.
Alright.
I'm on some stuff now.
Ooh.
I don't take medicine usually.
Right.
You know this about me.
Did your mom make you?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Cause, she's worries.
I come home at all hours, coughing, just paint on my shoes. Who knows where I've been? No, I went to, me and Kathleen went out to lunch and then we stopped by Walgreens.
Yeah.
And,
Did she make you?
she made me.
Yeah.
No, she encouraged me to get some, and at first I was like, nah, I don't need anything. And then I was like, I've had this for a week.
Yeah.
And like after I literally, she was like, you should get something. I was like, it's going away. And then like we were just sitting there in silence and I was like, I just had this like crazy cough and like I could feel something like breaking inside my chest.
Right.
Like hopefully it's phlegm.
Right.
But
Hopefully.
But I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get something. So I got some sort of homeopathic remedy. It's like $9 cough syrup, basically.
Oh, okay. You know what else works good?
What's that?
Cold medicine.
Cold medicine?
Yeah.
Like Tylenol and Sudafed.
Maybe Sudafed. Maybe some Contac.
Ooh.
Contac is usually what I've used that works really well. Dayquil, NyQuil, that kind of thing.
I can't stand that stuff. Dayquil and NyQuil.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
It freaks me out.
Why?
It just makes me feel bizarre. Like a...
I think you're using it wrong.
Um,
They're not suppositories.
well, no, I took NyQuil. It's been maybe like 5 years ago, but my roommates at the time, they used to just take NyQuil for fun.
Right.
And I was actually sick, and I took some of their NyQuil.
Right.
I mean, who knows? Maybe it was laced with something
They
else.
probably spiked it. Right.
But I remember waking up like, a couple hours after I went to bed, and like I got up and I just felt like bizarre. I felt like I was 20 feet tall, and and I wasn't asleep. I wasn't like sleepwalking, but I just felt like I was made out of carpet and I was 20 feet tall, and it was bizarre. I didn't like it.
Huh. I wish I'd ever had an experience like that on NyQuil.
It kind of freaked me out.
I just fall asleep.
Well, that's what I was hoping for.
Right.
Like fall asleep and wake up and you feel better.
Right. I don't think you feel better when you wake up.
Mm.
Yeah. That's why you have to take Dayquil.
Okay. Man, that's how they get you. What a racket. Pretty soon they're going to have like, afternoon quill and brunch quill.
Mm.
Just to like make you take it all day, all night.
Oh,
I think it's day and night. Kind of pretty much covers that.
Yep.
Okay. No weekend quill.
No,
It's just the same ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No special quill for a holiday.
Holidays like
no.
like a leap year quill,
No,
daylight savings quill.
Nope. It's all the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, at least they've stopped at a reasonable point, unlike us.
You're talking about the show, right?
Yeah,
Not just this.
Yeah. Yeah. I think everyone stopped listening to number 100. They're like, I can't believe they are still doing that.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah.
They're probably going to do another 100. They were hoping that we would just quit at 100. I know,
Yeah.
I secretly was, and you.
Huh?
I secretly was.
Kind of, yeah. But now we're stuck.
Yeah, it's like a 2-man circle jerk, and no one wants to be the guy that eats the rind or whatever. Like, I'm gonna hold out as long as he is.
That's gross.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's why we keep going. Are you feeling alright?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
No cold for you?
Not really. Allergies pretty much have always stayed flared up. So, haven't had a cold yet this cold and flu season.
It's impressive because
Yeah.
we've had quite the roller coaster of weather changes.
That we have. I think like 2 days ago it was 70-something degrees, and today I'm sitting in my house wearing my coat and hat and gloves.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, less than a week ago, I was like riding my bike and with my like short sleeve shirt on outside, and I was like, "What a beautiful summer day!" And then like 2 days later, it's snowing. And
Yeah, it's bullshit.
yeah.
It is bullshit.
Get your shit together, Mother Nature.
Seriously.
We're gonna have to
Fuck this.
put you on probation, lady.
But yeah, I've well, a couple weeks ago I turned the heat off in my apartment because I figured, it's March.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna start warming up anytime soon, and I've been all right when it's dipped. The temperature has dipped below normal.
It's like walking through the grocery freezer section.
Right.
Just a little breeze.
Right. And, at night, I don't mind it cold. It just means I get to use the comforter some more in my bed. Today, I am freezing in here. I am freezing.
It's a little chilly.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of it. You said it was colder yesterday, but
It seemed like it. I don't know.
it wasn't colder in here. I can tell you that much.
Maybe I'm just thinking I got up way earlier yesterday and walked Uma.
Could be.
And today I didn't get up till it was after 11.
Right.
I slept super late.
What is happening to you?
I know, I'm reverting into a teenager. Did I tell that on here, or was that just...
I think you just told me.
Told you?
Yeah.
It was so weird. Yeah, I had this teenage moment last week where, like, at like 11:45, my mom wakes me up and she's like, "Didn't you have to be at work at 1?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, yeah." I was like, "Oh my god, I'm 15 again." It's so weird.
Oh, well.
But I am kind of sick, and last night we stayed up watching Police Academy and drawing
Yeah.
till like 2 in the morning.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, oh, that was great.
Well, we usually do that anyway, just the police academy is usually not involved.
I say we kind of make it a thing where we
Power through.
at least the next 3. I remember
I have the next 3.
I remember 1, 2, and 3 being good.
Yeah.
I remember 4 being the one where I was like, I don't think I'll watch these movies anymore.
4 is the last one with the Goot.
Okay, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know
And according to our friend Matt Brassfield, who recently watched all of them.
How many are there? 7?
It's like 7, I
Oh,
think.
yeah.
Yeah, he said that the 4th one is the last one that stops being kind of good. And it is like Gutenberg is in it, but just sort of in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
He's passing the torch or something.
Yeah. Though for the longest time I heard that he wanted to do a reunion film.
Really?
Yeah. Like modern day, with all the original cast.
I heard rumor that they're actually doing another 3 Men and a something or other. Like 3 Men and a
I've
Granddaughter.
heard that too, yeah. Steve Gutenberg needs to have a comeback.
Yeah, he needs to John Travolta up.
Yeah. I don't know if I think you've watched an episode with me, and I think maybe Kathleen trying to get you to watch a show called Party Down.
Oh yeah, I watched 1 or 2 episodes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to say it was in the 2nd season. There's an episode where Steve Gutenberg plays himself in it,
Oh yeah?
and it's awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
Like he referentials his body of work. References. Wow.
Not so much, but like the show is about a group of caterers, and they get hired to do a party, and they're outside of this house waiting to be let in. The owner of the house is not there. Then Steve Gutenberg pulls into the driveway. It's his house. he had put together a party for his 50th birthday, but then his friends threw him a party the day before, so he just wasn't going to have a party anymore, but he forgot to cancel the caterers.
Okay, yeah.
And then he decides that, you know what, they're all here, they're just going to throw away the food anyway, that he's going to throw the party and let them have the party.
Oh, that's pretty top-notch.
Yeah. It was an awesome episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Steve Gutenberg.
Me as well. And Police Academy 1 kind of held up.
Yeah, it's still pretty funny.
I mean, it's totally 1984 or
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
that movie came out. But, yeah, pretty awesome.
I think Commandant Lassard, whoever that guy is,
Yeah.
I think he was like my favorite part of the movie.
Oh, yeah.
I think his parts were, the classiest.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Classic, most classic.
He's a classy actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What else was he on? Punky Brewster and something else? And who wouldn't
Police
want to be on
Academy
Punky Brewster?
2 through 7.
Yeah. He's pushing for number 8 still.
I'm gonna guess that he's dead.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
He always seemed like one of those guys, though, that looked older than he is, you know?
Right, yeah.
Like, I bet he was, like, in his late 30s on Punky Brewster.
You know, to be honest, like, Elizabeth Taylor just died this past week. She was only 79.
Mm-hmm.
If you'd have asked me, I would have told you that she was like 96.
I would have guessed older, yeah.
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 So, it just goes to show you.
Nate Dogg was in his 70s when he died. Nobody knew that, really.
I don't really know who Nate Dogg is. Other than that he just died recently and he was young.
I had never heard of him because I'm really, really white.
Right.
My girlfriend, who loves some, like thuggish hip hop,
Right.
she knew about him, and apparently he was either in a hip hop band or or he wrote a song, something to do with the Regulators. I remember she was like, Nate Dogg, the Regulators? I was like, you mean like Young Guns? It's like, are you thinking of Lou Diamond Phillips? Because he wasn't black.
That wasn't EPMD, was it? No. Rex and Effects? I don't know.
Vanilla Ice was
Ice Ice Baby?
was he in Vanilla Ice, maybe? Commandant Lassard and Nate Dogg, they should have put out an album together before they died.
But yeah, I do have the first 4 police academies. I would totally be willing to watch some more at a drawing night. Although we're not going to have one.
We gotta skip it. Yeah, we gotta skip it.
Fucking stupid Comic Cons.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
Gym City Comic Con's coming up.
Yeah.
I'm
working.
Working for the man there. I'm not working. Like, I'd love to. I don't know how well I would be able to sell my comics there.
Right.
Maybe I would, but I don't know. But,
probably about as well as my former partner and I was, which was not well at all.
really?
We made some money.
I have a feeling most of mine would be, like, pity sales because I'd know so many people that, like, shop at my work that would also be there. They'd be like, oh, you look like you're not doing well. Here's $3. Like, I'd basically be the guy on the side of the road that says we'll draw comics for food.
So the actor who played Commandant Lassard, his name was George Gaines, although his real name was George Zongajans.
Ooh.
He was born in Finland in 1917.
Did he go to finishing school?
Finish school. Your joke fell flat. Actually, not even that. Your joke wasn't good.
No, it was not.
I'm trying to find out when he died, if he's dead. I would assume he's dead. He'd be 90-something years old.
Wow. That'd be a horrible Police Academy sequel. If,
Huh. This doesn't
Doesn't say.
does not say. No. Yeah. All right.
Maybe he's still living.
Could be, but I doubt it.
Well, if he is, I hope he does another Police Academy movie.
Huh?
I hope he does another Police Academy movie. I would say it'd be horrible to do one without him, but if he's in his 90s, they should totally get it back together.
Yeah. Yeah, about a year ago, they were talking about doing another Police Academy, so I would watch it. Because I like remakes and reboots.
Oh, who doesn't?
Yeah.
If they did it in 3D, can you imagine?
Oh,
great.
IMAX 3D?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
What's better than a remake? A remake in 3D.
Oh, yeah. You know what they should remake in 3D? The movie Billy the Kid.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. Speaking of Young Guns, yeah.
That's true. So, Billy the Kid.
There's a documentary.
Was a documentary, maybe.
It wasn't it was just like a Werner Herzog thing where you're like, it might not be real.
I'm buying, that's what I'm buying.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I didn't buy any of this for a second.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, it sold me. I thought it was real.
What a way for you, maybe inadvertently, to pick a movie that has everything I despise about everything in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was some singing.
There was some singing. There was lots of people in sweatpants. Lots of people wearing flip-flops.
Yeah.
A really annoying kid who talks a lot and makes people uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was white trash aplenty. Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you a lot.
It wasn't exactly what I thought it was going to be. And there are some things that I really don't like about it, but I enjoyed it. Like I actually thought it was good. I thought it was an interesting piece, and I totally
A piece of what?
a slice of a life.
It's the worst thing ever.
Really? Oh, I totally believe it was real. I totally believe it was. I mean, there's nothing like too crazy that happens other than.
No,
Yeah.
there's nothing crazy at all that happens, but every bit of conversation sounded like it was being read from a script. Every single bit of it.
Yeah.
The only part that wasn't were all the old dudes hanging outside that store,
Yeah.
which at that point in time, which we both laughed out loud when that happened.
Yeah.
I totally wish the documentary would have been about those dudes.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
if it was a documentary.
that was the funniest part of the movie.
It was the only good part of the movie. It was the only part that I wasn't cringing and just wanting this to be over.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I see. I thought it was enjoyable. Like, I did think it was a little too.
How was it enjoyable? It was so awkward.
I love
and
awkward.
Uncomfortable. Painfully uncomfortable. There is no enjoyment that could have been brought from this.
You know, it reminded me of Gummo, only like the like sort of the it was like a more coherent Gummo. Like if you didn't like this, stay away from Gummo.
All right.
Other than there is heavy metal in Gummo instead of Kiss and Robert Frost poems. But yeah, I thought it was alright. I thought it was a neat little slice of this kid's life, and I felt kind of bad for him.
I did not at all.
Really?
No.
I'd totally hang out with that kid. I'd probably.
He shops at Mavericks.
I'd be trying to convince you to have him on the show. Like, come on, have Billy on.
Yeah. Because he is a Magic customer.
Yeah, I could totally see that. He seems more like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I even had a Pokemon T-shirt.
Yeah, he did. But eventually they all become Magic customers.
That's true. Yeah, yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon are like the gateway drug
Yeah.
to the Magic. Wow. I see what you're saying about the scripted dialogue. His mom, like, I almost wondered if she wasn't like guarding her words as if she was like wanting to be a certain way on camera.
Right.
But I believe that she was like making them up on the spot, but at the same time, she didn't seem real genuine all the times.
It seemed forced and it seemed rehearsed.
Uh,
A lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like even not just the mom, just like the girl, Heather,
mm-hmm.
her grandparents or her dad or stepdad or whatever the hell that was, all the little white trash cracker fuck kids that hung around that town.
No, those kids were nice.
No, they fucking weren't.
The kids that hung out with Billy?
Yeah,
like Heather's brothers?
No way.
They were alright.
The minute those cameras were turned, they
were making fun of Billy.
Fuck yeah, they were. They were doing it on camera, just more subtle.
They seemed like nice kids.
They weren't. This is a movie about horrible people pretending not to be horrible on camera. With the exception of Billy, who is just awkward and uncomfortable.
Yeah. I knew a kid that reminded me a lot of him when I was in
they
grade
all
school.
shop at Mavericks.
Well, no, when I was in grade school, he was like an Asian kid. I forget his name. But he had like hearing aids and he was super skinny and he was like just awkward, like super awkward. And it reminded me a lot of that kid for some reason, like just the way he would, like his shifty eyes and whatnot.
Billy didn't have shifty eyes though.
Well, he kind of his eyes were like always moving, like he was always kind of like.
Are you saying that because he was Asian though? His slanty eyes?
Who, Billy?
No, your
No, I mean like he was just always like awkward and like it seemed like he was always taking.
Shifty eyes.
Yeah.
Slanty eyes.
No, not slanty eyes.
Sure.
Just like kind of like guarding
Are
himself.
you sure you're not racist?
Oh, I'm totally racist.
Okay.
But just against your people,
Right.
the olive-skinned.
Right. Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Did they ever? They never really went into like what Billy.
What's wrong with him?
Like, I mean, they said he had attention problems and like learning. Like he would be distracted easily, so he couldn't learn in school. But
Right.
they never said if what he was diagnosed with or anything.
And honestly, I think that's where a large part of my problem with this movie comes from, is that seems like a perfectly good opportunity to make a documentary about something.
Yeah. But they didn't.
They did not.
No.
Instead, they just exploited this kid and his family. And,
It did seem like
showcased how awkward he makes everyone around him feel.
yeah. I mean, it did seem like it's a very emotionally heavy-handed. Like they were trying to, pull the heartstrings and play up certain elements. But also, the worst part, it seems like, they followed him around, in high school with a camera, and they show all these things. It's like they couldn't really do much worse to make his life, like to make sure.
Worse.
They're going to guarantee that everyone's like, stay away from that kid, he's weird. I mean, there's a documentary about him, and
Right.
what a weirdo, It seems like, like they pretty much solidified that he's going to have an awkward time.
And also solidified that none of those kids are going to be a piece of shit on camera. But as soon as the cameras are gone, they're going to be even worse pieces of shit.
Right.
Because that's what kids in White Trash Valley or wherever this was.
Yeah,
that
they
was
never even
filmed.
said. Like, I was thinking Kentucky because on his wall, like when they were filming past, some things he had pegged to the wall, there was a ticket stub to see something in Cumberland, and that's in Kentucky.
Yeah,
But they never said like what town it was.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. There were no real either.
Landmarks and whatnot.
Right. Just the small town that they never named.
It's everywhere, America.
That snows at one point, but again, that could be almost anywhere.
Yeah, we know it wasn't Florida because they
Yeah,
talked about her husband leaving her to go to Florida.
right.
Oh, you didn't feel bad for the kid at all? For not even a little bit? Like,
Oh, I totally felt bad for him,
okay.
but not in the way that I think people wanted me to.
All right. Yeah.
Because, okay, each time that he would go have conversations with this girl he likes, Heather.
The ones that went on for 20 minutes at a time? Yeah, they could have been cut down a little bit.
Those could have been excised completely. Yeah. Because that is where I think my biggest problem lies, is that is like just the showcase of how much they're exploiting him in this movie by allowing him to just put all his fumbly psychosomatic awkwardness on display while he's trying to basically pick up this girl
Yeah.
who clearly does not like him. Nor does anyone else in that diner.
Yeah.
And allow it to go on for 20 minutes at a time, 3 different stretches of time.
Well, spoiler though, when they do become boyfriend and girlfriend, it seemed like she was excited. Like when she went into the diner, she told them, and they were like hugging her and like, "Oh, Heather's got a boyfriend."
Yeah, do you not think that was because the camera was there?
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's possible. But I mean, I don't know.
And then the fact that basically after that moment, they never see each other again. Spoiler.
No, there was one other time they. Oh no, that was the last time they walked
Yeah.
together. I was thinking they went on another walk together, but
Nope.
that was it. Okay. Yeah. Man, I feel bad for Billy. He just wanted to rock out. He seems like such a genuinely nice person, you know? Like he seems like
Yeah,
like
and there
thoughtful
is
and-
something wrong with all people like that.
no. It's good to be thoughtful and caring.
I don't know that he's thoughtful and caring.
He wanted to meet her grandparents and like, you know.
I think that's... Yeah, I don't think that's any kind of thoughtfulness or caring going on with that. I think that's just him wanting attention.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what he is ultimately looking for. And I think he just wants people to like him.
Right.
Which is why he will just go up to random dudes playing pool and talk to them when they clearly do not want to be bothered.
That's how people make friends, you know? You're like, hey, what's up?
That's also how people make enemies.
He was awkward about it, but I mean, I've totally, you know, just been like, hey, what's up, guys? What are what are you doing, you know?
If anybody ever comes up to me like that, I do my best to ignore them or go away.
I will promise you this, though. The next time I approach a stranger and I want to make conversation, I swear to you, I'm going to say, hey, do you like Friday the 13th movies? That's going to be the next thing I use as an icebreaker, because he did that at one time.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. Hey, do you like Friday the 13th? Yeah. I thought it was an interesting little... I think it would be much better if it was...
There was a point.
Well, yeah, like if they like, knew this kid or like they'd seen him around town, and they used that as like a spark to like write a piece of fiction.
Right.
Like maybe this is the comic nerd in me, but I think it would be better as a comic, where they take that as a jumping off point and actually like build a story. I mean, yeah, it does seem like, the story, the quote, air quote, love story was a little forced, like they had to have something in the movie other than just him saying random awkward things. But yeah, I think that would have been a much better, it would have been much better if they would have fictionalized it a little, added more stuff.
I think that if they were trying to say something, when I watch a documentary, it should be about something. It should have a point to it. And I don't think of, just following a kid around, and it just seems like exploitation.
Yeah.
And it's like, how did they even come by him? How did they know who he was? Why did they decide to pick him?
Yeah, they never really say any of that stuff, like is, the filmmaker, I forget her name, Jennifer or something?
Yeah.
Is she like a friend of the family, or, I don't know. I mean, as a slice of life thing, I really did like it, but yeah, I think it had some big problems.
Right. But, yeah, and I just don't like slice of life.
Yeah.
I don't care enough,
Right.
I got my own problems. I don't need to watch borderline autistic kid have problems, forced problems
Right.
that are forced on him by a film crew.
Yeah, I can totally see the exploitive angle. Yeah.
And it was just boring. On top of all
There
that.
was a lot of slow time. Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of slow elements.
But when I wasn't bored, I was just really uncomfortable. Like, I couldn't watch it at points. And, like, I literally almost walked out of the room at one point during one of the 15 conversations he was having with Heather.
Yeah.
Man, I was just going to sit in the bathroom until the movie was over.
Oh man.
Read the book I'm going to pick.
Yeah, not the best documentary I've ever seen, but yeah. I got nothing really to defend it with, but
Right.
other than I do like slice of life stuff, even if nothing is really happening, like. So I enjoyed it.
All I know is that Netflix must be psychic. Netflix knows me well.
Okay, what'd they say?
They give you like a star rating based on like what you like and what you don't like, and like they estimate what it'll be. And sometimes it's wrong,
Yeah.
I mean, like I've rented a movie that they've said I wouldn't like, and I enjoyed it immensely. But this one they gave 1 star as a recommendation for me.
Yeah.
They were right. Not that we do, rating based anything here, but
It would be far on the list, far down on the rating scale.
so many things about this movie did not like.
Yeah, I like documentaries when they're a little less heavy-handed. I mean,
Right.
it wasn't like a political thing where there's like, 2 sides to a story and they picked a side,
Right.
but it was just very like, like almost Michael Moore-ish and like, let's pull your heartstrings here.
Right.
It,
But the thing is, Michael Moore does it well.
yeah, he does it well.
Yeah. And his movies generally are entertaining on top of it,
And there's like a point.
A point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whether you agree with his point or not, his movies are never boring.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's always trying to,
Yeah.
like enlighten or at least force his point of view upon people.
Right. And I'm fine with that. 'Cause I mostly see his point of view anyway. Yeah. I don't know that I'll ever watch another documentary by him.
Yeah, I never even saw Sicko.
I saw Sicko, but I don't even know if he's done one after that or not.
I can't remember.
That one, like it got to me, but at the same time, it was really heavy-handed in the way he did it, but at the same time, it was still fairly entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Unlike this one.
Unlike this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Which was just,
Yeah. Kind of. I can see why most people would not like this one.
yeah. Alright.
I enjoyed it though.
Alright.
I would even watch it a second time, honestly.
Not with me.
Yeah.
And good luck finding someone who is willing to.
I bet Doogie would watch it with me.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's because, again, you both know people who are exactly like everyone in this movie.
Yeah. Well, I am.
You are also borderline like the people in this
I know.
movie.
Like I am from the same genes as all the actors or characters or or whatever in this movie. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if I was actually seriously related to some of them, because if they are from Cumberland, Kentucky, that's where very near my mother's side of the family. But
there weren't a lot of Southern accents, though.
No, there was not. Yeah, I bet it was just some Midwest town,
probably, or even north or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Could even be California. Snows up in the upper parts of it.
I doubt it, though, because she was talking about going down to Florida. I bet he would have just went down to San Francisco or L.A. or somewhere.
That's true. Well, you go where the job will go.
That's true.
Yeah. Doesn't matter where you live. If you want to get out of the hellhole you live in, you go where the money takes you.
That's right. Ride that train.
We never saw the stepfather in the movie.
I heard he was a good guy, though.
Maybe.
That's what Billy says.
That's what Billy keeps saying. Despite the fact that, I'm guessing he was a better guy than we think. Because I'm guessing he refused to be in the movie.
Oh, yeah. Maybe he was just like, this seems like an exploitive thing.
But maybe that's why he left.
Wow.
You know what? Good for that guy. Good for that guy.
So this filmmaker crew broke the home, you think?
Yeah.
Oh. It's too bad. Yeah. Okay. Well, I definitely wouldn't go around recommending this to everyone. But I would totally watch it again, and I hope Billy is doing alright.
I'm sure he's fine.
Yeah.
Sure
he seemed like a good kid,
I'm sure he hasn't started killing people yet.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, see, I kind of was like just the less autistic version of him.
Right.
Because I totally,
Oh, we all did.
Yeah, I totally read the Serial Killer books. He's in his room lip singing along with Kiss with his guitar on. I've totally done that.
Who hasn't?
Yeah, I mean, I can relate to the kid.
I could relate to certain aspects of it. Just the whole
awkwardness of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost felt worse for him for being in the film, as far as like the pressure that's got to add to his life, like just a camera following around. Like that's probably made people think a little, more oddly about him than they probably already did.
Right.
So I felt a little worse for that situation than just like his like limitations or whatever. But I don't know, for some reason I still enjoyed it.
What happened there?
Oh no, I'm just I'm trying to figure out why I enjoyed it.
Because you were high on burritos.
I was a little high on burritos. Yeah. Got two kinds of sauces. I remember.
Ooh, see, that'll do it.
Yeah,
that will do it.
Got me
You
all
overdosed
fucked
on
up.
sauce.
Yeah. It's like it's like a eight ball. What do they call them?
Right.
Cocaine heroin mixture.
Yeah. I think this also struck with me so closely as to how much I disliked it, especially the awkwardness, is because I was an unwilling participant in a conversation the other day with someone who may or may not have been special while I went to Circle K.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like they walked up to you and said, "Have you seen Friday the 13th?"
No, but might as well have been, because it was a girl who walked up to me and said, "My clothes smell good today." And then she went on to tell me about how she did her laundry the day before, and she spent good money on the laundry detergent, and now her clothes smell really good. It proves that if you're willing to pay the money, you can also have clothes that smell really good.
Well, certainly you get what you pay for. I always said this.
That's right.
Yeah.
You do always say that.
Yeah. I mean, you want a
Just
quality
not
product,
to strangers
right?
while they just want to buy a Coke.
And this is like at 4:00 on your way to work or something.
No, this was at 5 o'clock in the evening on my way home from Staples.
Okay.
Yeah. Daytime, evening. Yeah.
All right.
This was yesterday.
Okay.
I told you this story.
I didn't remember what day it was.
Yeah, it was earlier in the afternoon yesterday.
Yeah. People like to bring up odd things.
Yes, they do. And she. I think when she sensed maybe that I was not interested in talking about her laundry,
Right.
we started talking. She started talking about the weather.
Well, who can't relate to that?
Well, yeah. And then something about her dad and the weather. And I just wanted to pay for my Pepsi and get the hell out.
So you could go home and get Billy the Kid out of your mailbox and bring it inside. So you could get the Billy the Kid DVD out of your mailbox and pre-watch it.
Yeah, I got that the day before.
No. Yeah. Yeah, not the most fun movie.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got nothing else.
Yeah.
I kind of exhausted my my hatred on this movie.
Yeah, I didn't
I feel bad. I truly do. I feel bad that it really does seem like I hate everything you pick.
Right. Oh, not everything, I'm sure.
But I don't actively set out to hate everything that you pick. I really want everything you pick to be good.
Yeah. Well, me too.
Yeah.
Who doesn't? Yeah.
I also think that you're a hell of a lot more forgiving about things than I am. And that maybe you don't... maybe you give things too fair a shake.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, there's plenty of things I dislike, but... I just I mean, this could have been way, 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 way better.
Oh, yeah.
But I do think it was in the realm of being, something I would, I don't know, I could get behind. It just didn't quite make it.
Right. Actually, you know what? I'm going to just go ahead and say right here to everybody that if you want to see the same movie but better, go watch The Devil and Daniel Johnston.
I swear, I almost chose that one. Because I was like, I feel like watching a documentary. I haven't watched one lately, and I was looking at this list, and I was like, oh, Billy the Kid. I saw the name, but there's no descriptions. I was like, I remember seeing a trailer for that a couple years ago. I was like, I'll pick that. But on the same list was Devil and Daniel Johnston. I was like, I'll watch that one some other time. I totally should have picked that one. Huh?
You totally should have, because I even have that one.
Oh.
So, yeah. And it's excellent.
Yeah.
And pulls your emotion cords effectively. And also, is about something. And while exploitive, doesn't feel exploitive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, bummer.
Yeah. I recommend that to you. You should watch that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll check that out sometime.
All right, I'm going to take a bathroom break.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back and have a little chit-chat session some more.
Chit-chat.
Yeah.
I like the chit-chat.
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right.
All right.
I know a thing or two about her. I know she'll only make you cry. She'll let you wild the street.
Hey, welcome back to Gutter Trash.
Hello, everybody. Come on, everybody. Come on, everybody.
What's that?
I don't know, the twist.
Oh, that sounds like one of those, European remix kind of dancey kind of thing.
Of the twist.
Okay.
Or the twist 1988 or whenever that came back again.
Did it really?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Came back?
I'm pretty sure that Chubby Checker re-releases a new version of the twist like every 6 years or
It's
so.
super sad.
Yeah.
In '94, I saw him. He was across the street from my house
Really?
at a 4th of July extravaganza in a park.
Wow.
And I went over. I was like, I'll walk over there and see Chubby Checker.
Yeah.
Like, you know how like sometimes people are like, I wouldn't walk across the street to meet that guy.
Yeah.
Like literally, I wouldn't have driven anywhere.
Right.
I was like, hey, he's across the street.
Okay.
So I walk over, and like I wait around a little bit, but then he starts his set. Opens with the twist. Does a couple more songs. Ends with the twist.
Right. Yeah. Do you remember the other songs?
I think one of them was Twist Again. Yeah, it was pretty bad. But yeah, adorable at the same time.
Of course. Yeah. So I did find out that George Gaines, Lieutenant Commandant Lassard,
Oh, yeah.
is still alive.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is he still working?
I don't think so. I think the last thing he did was I think he did something like the mid-2000s.
Okay.
Just like a small role on some movie. But his last big role was in 1994 as Lieutenant Commandant Lassard in Police Academy, Mission to Moscow.
Yeah, oh, was that part 7?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. He endured the whole series.
Yeah, yeah.
Was he the only one? Like, did Hooks or Tackleberry stay on? Or?
I know I said it when we were talking about George Gaines, but I'm pretty sure the actor that played Tackleberry is dead.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't even know if Bubba Smith made it through all of them.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna look.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, to see who was in.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah.
Yeah. Things are sad sometimes.
This should be our tagline. Because we got rid of the comics, movies, booze. It just says comics, movies. It's just like comics, movies.
Sadness.
Things are sad sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, sadness. That'd be good.
It has been a recurring theme. Mostly only via me, but
I'm a happy dude.
yeah, you are.
I'm
Yeah.
a rose-colored glasses wearing mofo, ladies
Oh, yeah.
and gentlemen.
You what?
And gentlemen.
Oh, okay. You work in a comic shop. You live with your mom.
Yeah. What's not good in life?
Exactly.
Yeah. I was thinking about that the other day. If, like, occasionally, someone will come in and, like, you'll hear random comments about, like, because, the nerds are kind of,
Mouthy.
they're mouthy, and they have factions, like
Right.
the sports nerds, and they don't realize they're nerds, but they're totally nerds,
Oh, yeah,
and they
yeah.
know the statistics. They've
Yeah.
memorized everything. They're nerds. But yeah, the sports nerds don't like the comic nerds. The comic nerds don't like the gaming nerds. The gaming nerds don't like the sports nerds. I mean, it's a vicious, like, little thing, but it's like a little gang war. But occasionally someone will be like, yeah, those magic people, still living in there. At least I don't live in my parents' basement or something. And I'm always like, I look around like, ooh, because, occasionally, I think about this, like, I think 3 of the 4 people that work at Mavericks live with their parents right now,
Right.
including me.
Yeah.
I think Matt Brassfield's the only one that doesn't.
Right.
And Matt Eastman, he lives with his family. He has a wife and kid. But,
Jack.
and Jack, oh yeah, Jack has a wife and kid. Well, he doesn't really work there though.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
But I just thought it was kind of funny. Like, wow, like we all do live with our parents. We are so stereotypical.
It's all right.
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
wrong with that?
It's fine.
No, my mom is the best roommate I've ever had. Seriously. She's awesome.
Huh. So, Bubba Smith did not do Police Academy 7.
Oh, wow. He weathered the first 6 and then
Yeah.
dropped, huh?
But he was in Police Academy, the television show.
Oh, like the cartoon?
No.
They did a TV show?
Uh-huh.
I didn't know that.
1997. One episode.
That was after Police Academy 7, though?
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. That's bizarre.
Yeah.
There was a cartoon as well, right?
Oh, yes.
Because I know we've had cartoon-looking action figures of the Police Academy.
I
characters.
used to have the
The Bobcat?
No, not the Bobcat. Noise guy.
Oh, Michael Winslow?
Michael Winslow, whatever his character's name was.
Yeah, I forget. Doctor something or other.
Monsignor.
Monsignor
Dr.
Brown.
Monsignor.
Yeah. Doc Brown. No, that was from Back to the Future. I was thinking Doc Brown.
Larvell Jones.
Larvell Jones, nice.
Yeah.
Did you recall that? Or
No.
did you look it up?
No.
Okay.
I'm looking at the cast of Police Academy right now.
Eric has a new handheld device.
Yeah.
What?
It's a toy. I have a toy.
The power of the internet in your fingertips.
Indeed. Yeah. So I'm distracted right now. Who else are we looking for?
Hooks? I don't know.
Hooks
Tackleberry.
and
I know
Tackleberry.
the Bobcat only made it, I think, the first 3.
Well, he wasn't in the first one at all.
Right.
Yeah. I think he was in the second one.
Yeah, he was like a bad guy in the second one.
Right.
And he was so likable, like they brought him back as a cop in the third one.
Right. Let's see.
I think that's the first time I ever saw Bob Goldthwait was in Police Academy 2.
I'm gonna say I'm right with you on that.
Yeah.
Maybe one of those John Cusack movies he did.
Oh, was he in
Uh,
like One Crazy Summer or something like that?
I think it was that one. Yeah.
He was in something with Whoopi Goldberg too, like Burglar or something, or
think
Fatal
it-
Beauty,
Burglar.
one of those.
Vaguely remember Burglar. Let's see. The actress that played Hooks was on an episode of Tim and Eric Awesome Show. Great job.
Oh, really? Hooks, you fell so far.
We may be drifting apart
Mm-hmm.
as friends and co-hosts, but
Clearly.
I am glad that we will always have our mutual hatred of Tim and Eric.
Oh.
Because I feel so lost in the world that everybody else seems to love it.
Right. You feel like when my boss tries to send an email, you know, he's like, nothing makes sense anymore. you know, and I would be the same way if, you know, like everybody likes Tim and Eric and,
Right.
you know, it's like, oh, it's genius.
She also did not do Police Academy 7.
Really?
Yeah.
They all dropped out.
In fact, at 1993, she did an episode of The Nanny, and then was not in anything else until 2001.
She didn't do the Police Academy TV show.
No.
Oh, man.
So at least she has that going for her.
Yeah. Gosh. Yeah, I don't know if I want to see that final movie then. If it doesn't have any of the greats other than Camelot Lassard.
Let's see. Tackleberry.
Place your bets, folks.
Place your bets.
This
Is
is-
he dead?
Tackleberry.
Was he in Police Academy 7? he is from Ohio.
Is it really?
Yeah. Lancaster. He died in 2001.
Then the terrorists did win.
It was before September, so that was their sneak attack.
They took out Tackleberry first, see?
Yeah.
They knew what was going on.
Oh, yeah. Let's see here.
We need some, like, scrolling music.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, this is why I'm counting on you to, like,
Oh, I should talk until...
have some sort of conversation with me as I'm looking.
Um,
He was in one episode of Police Academy, the TV series.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought there was only one episode.
I'm going to guess there was probably only one episode.
Yeah.
I'll click on that here in a second.
I think we had the Tackleberry action figure, so I believe he was also in the cartoon then. Of course, I'm sure none of those people did their own voices.
He was in Police Academy Mission to Moscow.
Nice.
He also appeared to work a lot more than everyone else.
I know I've seen him in other stuff.
Because, like with Hooks and even Bubba Smith, like all the Police Academy movies were kind of like all bunched up together. But in between, this guy has like a ton of other shit.
Really?
Yeah, like one episode of stuff here and there, like Quantum Leap,
Really?
Ferris Bueller, the TV show.
What? Oh, you mean Parker Lewis Can't Lose?
Yeah. Doogie Howser, Seinfeld, where he played a cop. American Kickboxer 2. Beauty and the Beast, the television show.
Oh, what a great show. Ron Perlman and Linda Hamilton.
And Night Court.
Yeah, he seems like a Night Court.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, actor. He's good.
Yeah. All the Police Academy movies. Way to go, guy. Too bad you're dead.
What was his name?
David Graff.
David Graff. From
Played
right here in Ohio.
Local hero. I guess. Life is sad. Sorry, Joe.
Life's not sad.
Is it not?
Only whenever people like Tackleberry and Caminat Lassard are no longer among the living, but we still have Caminat Lassard.
That is true.
It's a ray of sunshine in our otherwise dreary existence.
All right. Let me see here. Oh, wow. There were 26 episodes of Police Academy, the series.
What? That's unbelievable.
Completely unbelievable.
Yeah.
I'll be goddamned. All right. Oh,
Insane.
and one of them was called Two Men and a Baby.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
That is funny.
That's like, fuck you, Steve Gutenberg.
Yeah.
And your success post Police Academy.
Can't believe you left us.
Alright, I'm gonna look up, Bobcat Goldthwait, and then I'll be done here.
Okay. Well, we know I think he only was in 2 and 3, maybe 4.
Yeah, he was definitely in 2, and definitely in 3. So I'm just gonna click on Police Academy 3. Back in training! Or something.
You know, recently I saw at Second Time Around they had the first 2 Police Academies on one disc for like $6 or something. I was pretty tempted to buy it, but I'm glad I didn't because it was worth the wait to come over here and see it with you.
Right. Oh, I'm surprised that Leslie Easterbrook was in up to 3 at least.
Who is Leslie Easterbrook?
The busty trainer.
Oh, the like the female.
Yeah.
Drill she a
Sergeant.
commander or something, or drill sergeant?
Yeah. Bobcat Goldthwait.
Yeah, what did that guy ever do? Nothing. Right?
He is known for Jimmy Kimmel Live, The Man Show, World's Greatest Dad, Shakes the Clown.
I loved Shakes the Clown.
I've never seen it. Actor. Talk to me.
I got nothing. I'm mesmerized by your little handheld tool here. Yeah, this makes for bad radio, doesn't it?
It does.
We're just you're listening to us look at things.
Yeah, Goldthwait was on an episode of the Tick cartoon.
That's crazy.
That is insane.
Was he the Mad Bomber?
No,
Oh.
he was Uncle Creamy.
Was that the big ice cream guy?
I don't know.
Or
I don't know.
wow, that's awesome.
I went to a video store that's closing the other day, yesterday. They are down to the bare bones there. There are mostly selling shit like without cases.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's lame. Did they have Police Academy 7? Mission to Moscow?
I did not see any Police Academy movies. Those probably went
the
pretty
first
quickly.
thing to go, yeah, I'd imagine.
He was in Police Academy 4.
I saw that in the theater.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember, too, because towards the end of the film, and I'll call it a film,
Yeah.
I remember it was like half an hour longer than it probably should have been.
Right.
And I needed to pee like I have never needed to pee before.
Right.
But I could not leave the theater before this film was over. I was that engrossed. Like, I remember, I think, my mom took my brother and I to see it, because
Right.
I forget what year that was, but it was probably
7.
yeah, I was like 10 years old. I was just before I started driving. And, so I was still riding with mom. And I remember, whenever, as soon as the credits came out, I was like, I gotta pee. And I just, ran out of the theater. And I had to meet up with them. And I was engrossed, man. It was,
Yeah.
you couldn't get, you couldn't get a better, entertainment for your dollar than Police Academy when I was 10 years old.
Well, he was also in One Crazy Summer. And Burglar.
Oh, I see.
So there we go.
Yeah.
That's a history of Police Academy movies. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next time.
I was all about Whoopi Goldberg, too, when I was a kid.
Really?
Loved her.
Really?
Until I saw the movie Telephone.
I don't know that.
It was horrible. Horrible movie.
Never heard of it.
It's it's like it should have been one of those 20-minute Outer Limits kind of things, where basically the entire film takes place in her apartment, and there's characters coming and going, and the entire movie she's on the phone talking to people and telling stories and and whatever. And at the end of the film you find out this guy comes to repair her phone because it's been disconnected for weeks.
Uh-huh.
So the entire movie is just her being incredibly insane and telling stories on the phone to nobody.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
It was so horrible.
Huh. Wow. Never even heard of that.
Yeah.
Are you sure
It's
you're
my
not
next
thinking
pick.
of,
It's my next pick.
Sure you're not thinking of Jumpin' Jack Flash?
Oh, I love that movie.
Haven't seen it in forever, so I barely remember it.
Yeah, for some reason I was all about her. I remember when she became a character, she was on Star Trek The Next Generation, right from the beginning, I think.
Yeah.
I was stoked. I was like, this is gonna rule! Whoopi Goldberg every week! Every Friday!
Well, hey, if you wanted to, you could watch her every day.
Oh?
Yeah.
She got her own daytime talk show?
Sorta. She's on The View.
Is she really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
She's one of the ladies on The View.
I think I've lost interest in her over the years, primarily.
It was Telephone. that
It
did
was
for her.
Telephone primarily.
Was it Ghost?
No, I watched Ghost.
Sister Act.
I never saw those. See, I was already done by then. But I watched Ghost last week, or after I watched Conan the Barbarian, to get my testosterone level back down. I totally did watch those movies back to back, and I'd forgot Whoopi Goldberg was in it, and there was a tinge of excitement. I was like, Whoopi! I was excited again. But then I quickly was like, oh yeah, I don't really like her that much anymore. But yeah.
Well, I was watching the television a little bit before you came over today, and there was an ad for sometime this week on the Oprah Winfrey Show is going to be, for the first time in 25 years, a Color Purple reunion.
Oh?
All the actors from that movie will
Really?
be on the show.
I'll have to tell my lady friend.
There you
She
go.
loves that movie.
Yeah.
What day are you doing?
I don't
Not
recall
sure.
the day.
But this week, huh?
Sometime this
Wow.
week.
Wow. I'll have to get her to set her TiVo. She didn't have TiVo.
Does she have a DVR?
I don't know. Honestly, don't know.
Does she have a VCR?
Yes. No. I'm not sure.
Does your mom have a VCR?
Yeah, totally.
There you go.
That's how I watched Ghost.
There you
on
go.
my mom's VCR.
Yeah.
I'm sure my mom will be home. I'll get her to watch
Yeah, there you go.
record the view. Yeah.
Or not the View, the Open One for sure.
Oh, the open one. Oh, see, I'm gonna screw it up. I'm gonna screw it up.
God damn it.
She's going to get Star Jones when she wanted Oprah.
Well, you know. So anyway, what else has been going on?
Just been sick. I did a painting.
Yeah.
Talk about my painting.
All right.
I've only done a couple paintings ever in my life. I remember when I was in high school, a friend of mine had this old junker car that he would paint, like just punk rock, like insignias and whatever on, and you could do whatever you want.
Right.
And he was like, "Yeah, you should come over and paint something. You're a good artist. Come over and paint something on it." I was like, "Yeah, fuck yeah!" And so I came over, and there was nothing on the hood yet. And I was like, "Can I paint something on the hood?" He's like, "Yeah, man, do up the hood. You're good." And he like just threw me like a can of spray paint, and he's like, "Do the Misfit skull." And I was like, "Yeah, that'd be awesome." So I started painting it, and I realized, like, 10 seconds in that I'm not a painter, especially not a spray painter.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
It just looked like a big blue circle with some like blotches. And when it was done, he was like, "Oh." I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I'm really sorry. I've never used spray paint before." And he was like, "Oh, it's okay, whatever." Because like he was that cool.
Yeah,
but
sure. Yeah. Well, he was just being nice.
Yeah, he was just being-
painting
he didn't
over
care.
it when you were done.
oh no, actually, I never saw it be painted over, which is
Oh, wow.
bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was horrible.
Yeah.
It was horrible. like you as a Misfits fan
Right.
probably wouldn't even recognize what it was supposed to be. So a tinge of that like sparked into my head when last Monday there's this restaurant a couple doors down from the building that I work in, and a kid accidentally like leaned her chair back, and the top of the chair like hit this giant window that they have,
Right.
and the window just shattered, or at least a big 5-foot chunk of glass like just broke and fell right out of the window,
Right.
landed on her somehow. She didn't get a scratch on her.
Despite the fact that it was a piece of glass as big as her.
Probably bigger,
Yeah.
yeah, because she was, I don't know how old she was, but yeah, she was a little kid, because I know they said her head wasn't even tall enough to reach the top of the chair.
Right.
That's why her head was okay. But, so the next day he came in my work, and he was like, the owner of the restaurant, and he was like, "Hey, can you paint something on this board we're gonna put over the window, because it's just this big ugly board, and it'll probably be there like a week or two." And I was like, "Okay, sure." And so the next night I went over there, and that memory of painting my friend's horrible splotchy thing, because I'm not a painter. And I tried to tell him this. I was like, "Maybe you should get somebody else." And he's like, I trust you. You're good, And like that's exactly what my friend said,
Right, yeah.
So I was like, "Well, I mostly just draw, with pens." But I was like, "Whatever, I'll try it." And
Should have just done a Sharpie.
yeah. Well, originally my idea was to use those giant markers, those giant Sharpies,
Right.
the ones that are like an inch wide.
The Magnums.
But I don't have one,
Right.
and I had paint, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh well, whatever, I'll try it." So like Thursday night, I went over there around 9:00, and I just painted a giant white rectangle, and I just like let it dry for an hour while I like surfed the internet at Mavericks.
Right.
And then I went back and painted a robot and a man eating dinner together on
Nice.
the window, or on the board. So yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah. It's awesome. Do it again.
I'm probably gonna go back some night this week and like add something to it,
Okay.
because he gave me a free meal, and he was like, I told him I'd do it for free, because it's like $2,000 or $3,000 to replace that window that
Right.
big. I mean, it's crazy. I had no idea glass was that expensive to get. I don't know. I think they had their name painted on it too, so that's
Right.
probably part of it. But yeah. So he said he'd give me free meals as long as I'm still working on it. So I'll probably go back and
Yeah.
do another one.
Cool.
That was probably a fun thing. That, and me and Kathleen bought a vacuum today. We're getting domesticated. It was like a fun domestic purchase.
Well, you two currently don't live together, so who gets the vacuum?
Well, it's at her house right now, because Mom has a really nice Hoover wind tunnel. But
So you're not going to share it for, she gets it 3 days
right,
before.
custody or joint custody. Well, no, but we're moving in together in the summer.
Eventually, right.
I hope our apartment opens up in June. That's
Yeah.
what it should be.
I wish you luck.
Yeah.
But you have the vacuum. That's cool.
Yeah, we're halfway there.
Yeah, there you go.
All we need is a Cuisinart.
Right.
We saw this thing too because we were at Kohl's looking for a vacuum, and we were walking past the appliances, and there was like Cuisinarts and coffee makers. Then we saw like a waffle maker,
Yeah.
and we saw a donut maker.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh.
and it's like you just pour in like sugar and fat basically, and then like you let it cook, and it's like a George Foreman style it's flip top,
Yeah.
and then there's like I think it was like a half a dozen small donuts, like the ones you get in the little packs at convenience stores.
Donuts.
Yeah, donuts, yeah. Yeah, so it's really a donut maker.
Right,
That's a little
right.
misnomer there on their part, but yeah, that's cool. We didn't buy that.
That's good.
Yeah.
You don't need
No.
that. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, seriously, like making your own donuts.
Yeah. That's what Dunkin' Donuts is for. That's what Stan's is for.
Stands, yeah, bills.
Well, awesome.
Yeah. Anything exciting going on you're in this week?
Just spending a ton of money that I shouldn't be spending.
No.
Buying brush pens.
Cool.
Yeah.
Art supplies are always good.
Art supplies.
It's a worthy expenditure.
Yeah. Oh, here's something I haven't told you about. I almost got into a fight with a goose in front of the art store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, is this a racial slur? I'm not familiar with your terms. Is this like
It is.
Yeah.
The race of geese.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're talking about like goslings and ganders and these sort of things.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That entire race. I hate them.
Oh. No.
I'm racist against geese. I
Yeah.
can tell you that much right now. I went to, cannot ever remember the fucking name of this place. It's the one by the Kinko's I used to work at.
Oh, okay.
In Centerville there.
Oh, United Art Supply.
That's it, yeah. So I went there, looking for a specific type of, marker that I can't seem to find anywhere. Didn't find it there either. But like I hate walking into an art supply store and like walking out with nothing.
Because they think you're stealing.
Well, no, just because I feel like I need to support the art supply store.
Oh, yeah.
So I found a pen. Bought that. So I'm walking out, going to my car, and there was a goose sitting on the sidewalk when I walked in. He was still sitting there. I walk past him. He gets up and comes towards me hissing.
So,
And I kind of step back, and we both kind of have like this standoff. And then, so basically I kind of like, I step toward him, like
punk him out. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you want some of this?
Yeah.
And he kind of backs off, but he hisses still. And we both just kind of stand there and stare at each other, just having a stare down. And he keeps hissing at me, and every time he hisses at me, I take another step closer to him, and he backs up a little bit. And then finally, he just goes and sits back down in the shrubs that he was sitting in when I got there, and still hissing at me. And I walk back to my car, keeping an eye on him, make sure he's
He's not planning a counterattack.
right. Yeah.
Wow. You think it was a mama goose? Maybe she had like little babies in the bush? Or?
I don't know. There are like 7 or 8 geese out in the parking lot in general, so
Right.
who knows? But I drove past it, when I was leaving the parking lot, and still eyeballing me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giving you the stink eye.
Yeah,
That goose. Wouldn't it have been like a real kicker too if he would have had like a little bag in his hand and you saw the marker you were looking for in the
Right.
bag? Like he had just bought the last one.
Unfortunately, I don't think they even sell that type of marker.
And if they did, they wouldn't sell to
Right.
geese. Yeah.
Yeah. Because geese are assholes.
Yeah.
As we've learned.
No one likes their art.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It's just a fact.
They're not good.
Yeah.
They're swipers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of light boxing of porn, that sort of thing.
Yeah. That's big news in the comic verse this week.
Light boxing?
No, a fraud.
Oh, really?
Yeah. alleged fraud, I guess,
Uh-oh.
at this point. A guy by the name of Rob Granito is basically been exposed as a guy who steals other people's art and claims it as his own.
That sucks.
Claims to have worked for Marvel, DC, MTV, VH1, Warner Brothers, Animation, former Batman the Animated Series employee. Claimed to be a ghost artist on certain books, like Shadow of the Bat.
Oh, like if someone couldn't get finished in time, he'd...
Right. Yeah.
But he didn't really do that stuff.
He's never done any of that stuff.
Really?
Yeah. One of the other big ones that he claimed was, like on his website, like I read up on this guy today, like all the articles about him and everything, and I went to his website and it said, like, under, like, published work, like, one of his credits is Calvin and Hobbes.
Wait a minute.
Question about that, he claims that all he did was the illustration for the rejection stamp for the United States government.
Wait a minute, what?
You know, when you send a letter and it gets stamped to say that it's been sent, you know, invalidating the stamp.
Right.
Like he designed the stamp.
Okay. But how is that Calvin and Hobbes related?
Because it was Calvin and Hobbes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
But his illustration of it was a classic Bill Watterson print.
Right.
Like this painting of Calvin and Hobbes, like sleeping up in a tree.
Right.
Yeah, but reversed.
So he just reversed it,
Yeah.
basically. Like he did the process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's like a photo of him like holding it up, like as he has just painted it. And it's basically just like a poster-sized version of like the Bill Watterson thing, but it's been flipped. And he's got like artist tape on it, and he has like paint smears like on his smock.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's pretty lame.
yeah. Or he'll take like, I mean, like it's sort of this thing where it's like a borderline Roy Lichtenstein kind of deal,
Okay.
where like I guess he made a painting out of like a George Perez panel of from the Justice League Avengers crossover,
Okay.
like a Superman holding Captain America's shield and Thor's hammer.
But I think it's the cover to number 4.
Yeah. He made like a print of that, but like, you know, it's the exact same thing.
Right.
You know, but he does not credit at all,
Wow.
you know, George Perez or anything like that.
Well, he seems awesome.
So
So
I guess he was at a convention this weekend.
they got accosted?
Well, he got confronted by Ethan Van Sciver.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's been fun reading up on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because did he swipe some Vince Guyver stuff?
Not necessarily, but you know, just a whole bunch of other people's, particularly Brian Stelfreeze and George Perez, Adam Hughes, you know,
That's too bad.
John Byrne, Tim Sale. Like he had a painting, like they showed him holding up a picture, like a print of this Batman painting. It's clearly Tim Sale, just like with extra color on it. And that's pretty much what like most of his art looks like. It looks like an Adam Kubert drawing or something like that, but like
He just adds a little.
paint splatter on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fine line there. You know, if you're, I don't know. It's like, you know, DJing. Some people don't think that's, you know, music because you take something else and
Right.
make something new out of it. But yeah, that's a fine line. It doesn't seem like he's really doing anything cool.
Not even writing that line.
Right.
He's just blatantly stealing
Yeah.
and trying to get credit for things that he's never done before. Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. Like I said, he claimed to have worked for DC back in like the 90s, and said that he did Shadow of the Bat, like the entire like Norman Brayfogle, you know, Brian Stelfreeze run on it, and You know, and the guy who wrote the original article exposing him basically is like, well, I've never, I've read those. Those were credited to other people. I've never heard of you. And he was like, yeah, I was a ghost artist, and I worked with this guy at DC, Jay Didillo, who is a completely made-up person who he claims is one of DC's top writers. Legitimite. Top writers at DC. That's the other awesome thing about this guy is he is barely literate.
Yeah. So there'd be a good documentary there.
Oh,
about him.
totally.
Yeah.
I would totally watch a documentary about that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last time I remember something like that in the comics world was Gene Simmons' kid. Is that?
Oh, yeah. Nick Simmons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, is this something that happens a lot? I guess.
So. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I could see Nick Simmons pulling that kind of crap.
Yeah.
Just being raised by Gene Simmons and all.
Right. Yeah.
But I can't imagine, someone who legitimately wants to work in comics, trying any of that.
Who doesn't have a free ride like having Gene Simmons as your paw?
Right. They're just being raised like a dick.
Yeah.
Like I'm assuming Nick Simmons probably is.
I would imagine. Maybe presumptuous of us, but
I would imagine that privileged,
son of a rock star who's got a
right,
pretty bad ego.
right, sort of has a what is the word I am looking for? Entitled.
Oh yeah,
sort of personality, yeah. But like all of our friends who work on comics, I can't imagine any of them, blatantly saying, I'm just going to steal someone else's shit and pretend it's mine,
There's this guy that shops at my work, and he's been shopping there since I worked there,
right.
like in the 90s, and he's always talking about like, art that he does, like paintings that he does, comics that he's got ideas for,
Right.
and like he's told us stories about. He's like, yeah, I'm not gonna name any names, but he's like, I've done some ghost artwork for some pretty big guys back in the 80s. He's like, he's like, but I can't say any names, and then like he's always talking about ideas for stories, and and they're pretty fleshed out. So I'm like, he obviously spent some time thinking about them,
Right.
and he's always talking about his artwork, but I've never
seen
seen
it.
any
Yeah.
of his artwork, and he's even like given me 2 different web addresses, like, oh yeah, check out my artwork. I'm like, yeah, I'd like to, where can I look at it? And he's like, and I'm not going to mention any of them,
Right.
but he gave me the web address, and both times that I've looked, it just says like, this website cannot be found, and I'm just like, is he just making shit up? Is he got a mental problem? What's the deal with this guy?
Right.
And he's been talking about it forever, like seriously, like for the last 20 years.
Like I wonder, is it like a delusion?
Yeah.
Like, do they think that they're actually doing all this stuff that they say they are, but they've never really done it, or
Right.
I don't know, or do they legitimately ghost art for people?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, is that a thing that happens, like ghost art?
I can't imagine.
Like, I would imagine back in the, the 50s, I'm sure, like, that happened a lot.
Oh yeah, Golden Age, like the studio system,
Yeah.
where they would have just
20 guys working in a room,
Right,
like, hey,
like,
Bill, finish my page, I'm going to lunch.
Yeah, like didn't like Will Eisner or Jack Kirby start out in like
Yeah.
offices like that? Yeah.
Eager and Eisner,
And I think even a lot of Japanese comics are done that way.
Mm-hmm.
Like because there's they're always
They're
like 100 pages long,
Right.
and
And
put
they're
out on a monthly basis.
every week, yeah. But yeah, that's an interesting. Now, see, there's a documentary waiting to happen.
Yeah. I would totally watch that.
Ghost art.
Yeah. But I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, I've swiped a thing or two here and there, but, you know, always credited. And, you know, I've always, like, seen, like, something that, like, looks really cool, and I'm trying to sort of, like, backward engineer how, like, the artist did that.
Right.
You know, by, like, you know, trying to figure out, like, you know, how they put it together. But, like, I've never wanted to publish.
Yeah, it's
anything
for your
like that and
personal
claim it.
use.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I've redrawn panels before, and
Right. I mean, hell, there's sort of like this little mini cottage industry that has sprung up all of a sudden, like within the past year, like Covered, Repanel.
oh yeah,
You know, and they're all awesome sites, and I like going to there, and I like contributing to them when I do. But, you know, nobody who is
it's
claiming
right.
those as their own. You know?
Right. Yeah, that's so weird. So weird.
Oh, well.
Takes all kinds.
Takes all kinds indeed. Alright. I think we should wrap this up. Unless you got anything else.
I got my vacuum, got my painting, yeah. I got my cold medicine, yeah. That's pretty much me for the week.
I got my fancy phone. I got
fancy phone.
Okay. I'll pick a comic.
Then we can get out here and go rewatch Billy the Kid, the documentary.
Yeah. Or if you want to stick around, we can watch another Breaking Bad.
Ooh. That's tempting.
I'll let you mull that over. I've had a hard time picking the comic that I want to pick for this.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't know if you've heard this, but recently I came into, you know, possession of probably over like 200 comics in the past 2 weeks or so.
Yeah.
So I got a lot to pick from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a big, wide pool to draw out of.
Yeah. I think, though, I decided while we were watching this movie.
You're gonna unleash something on me that I'm gonna. You're like, how can I get back at it?
No, I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
I was leaning towards a book that I'm going to guess probably would not have turned out well had I decided to choose it. Similar in vein to when I picked Lobo a couple months ago.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm going to pick something completely different that I literally thought of while we were watching the movie. I'm going to redeem the name of Billy the Kid,
Yeah.
and we are going to read Billy the Kid and the Old Timey Oddities, the most recent series that wrapped up by Eric Powell and Kyle Hotz.
Awesome. Okay. I'm down for that.
All right.
I'm down. Coolio.
All right.
So okay, this is the most recent one.
Yeah.
So there's a previous series as well,
Yes.
but I wouldn't have to have read that.
I don't know.
Okay, because I've never read any of this.
It's been a long time since I read the first one. If we want, we can double up and read both of them.
Are they like 4 issues each?
I think so.
I can do that
All right.
if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool,
All right. We're going to do that then.
sweet. Double up, double
Double
up.
it up.
Yeah,
Cool. All right.
we'll have to do that soonish because I won't be able to read them on Sunday.
Yeah. I'll try to read through as many as I can by Tuesday
Okay,
and give those to you to start on at least.
sweet.
And hopefully maybe like Thursday or Friday I can pass on the rest to you.
That's awesome.
All right.
Awesome.
All right then. Sounds exciting.
Yeah, we've never doubled up.
No, we haven't. We've never done anything by Eric Powell. We've never done anything by Kyle Hotz.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Local hero Kyle Hotz.
Much
Or
like
Holt.
Tackleberry.
Yeah.
Only he's still alive.
Yeah. And more local than Lancaster, Ohio.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't know where that is.
I think I've driven past it. It's like, I don't know, north or
South,
west or
north,
south or east.
West, east.
Live here. It's one of those 4 from here, though.
All right then. Let's
Let's get the fuck out.
fuck yeah.
All right.
Goodbye. You can subscribe to Gutter Trash at iTunes or directly at guttertrash.net. If you go to iTunes, please leave us a review. You can email us at eric@guttertrash.net or jason@guttertrash.net. For more info, you can find us on Facebook, or you can go to seanborn.net or buyerbeware.guttertrash.net. Listen to our sister podcast, League Night, at league.guttertrash.net. Thank you for listening. Until next time.